So annoying.
My
Yo,
nigga, about time.
So annoying.
hey,
You
what's
are
up,
so
gentlemen?
annoying, Loronta.
We
Tell
could
it.
have we could have pushed it back like 15 more minutes, my nigga.
All right, let's push it
Exactly.
back 15 more minutes. Okay.
Nigga, shut up.
I
Are you
mean,
fit?
hey, it's
Did you
body,
wipe?
man. I mean, yeah.
Did you wash both
Mhm.
hands
Nah,
with soap?
I just wash the hand. I just wash the hands I use. I'm a little frugal. I don't use my right hand, so just rub a little bit on top of that. No, no, no.
Mm.
What's up, gentlemen? How y'all living?
I'm
We all right, man.
fine.
Doing good.
Black men usually don't lie,
Hmm.
but Jared, I don't know, man.
Loronta, you said that you lie every time we are on this podcast. You said that like literally 2 podcasts ago.
About what? What were you talking about? What am I lying about?
I don't know. That's what you said.
Mm. Mm,
That's
I
exactly
do
what you
not
said.
recall. I do not recall.
Mm.
Our
I do
listeners
not
will recall.
recall.
Our listeners will recall.
Oh, no, they won't.
But I also just got this like I don't know. I've been messing around too much, and even though I
You
have this
scamming?
one job, what
Hmm.
happened?
You been scamming?
No. Even though I
Crashing
have this
cars?
one, no.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Even though I have this one job, I've been messing around and still like interviewing. So then
As you
I
should.
Hmm.
so then I interviewed my way into this other job with this other company, and I start on Wednesday, and they gave me a
Are they
starting
remote as
bonus.
well?
Mm.
Oh
Of
wow. Are they
course,
remote?
of
Hey,
course. I
okay.
mean, they're based in
Two.
Atlanta. The owners from Tennessee, and they want me to come down to see like how everything is made one day this week. But yeah, they're remote as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
2 for 1.
I know, and I'm
All
doing
right, yeah.
content management. So now my calendar is starting to look like a bunch of different, like it looks like oranges, reds, greens, blues. I got a whole bunch of
Blues.
stuff on here. But yeah, my calendar starting to look crazy.
Hey,
Crazy.
about to be busy. Ain't got had time for them video games anymore.
Yes, I do.
Right.
I put that on my calendar as well. I have everything mapped out.
Okay.
I got it all mapped out. My anime time, my YouTube time, my like we were just talking before you came on about like Secret Invasion, and I'm like, well, it comes out at 3 in the
Mhm.
morning, so that's when I usually start my day. I should probably work out though. Hmm.
Because you were doing really well with the push-ups and working out. Your arms was getting big. What happened?
I must have
My
missed
arms
this
were getting
part.
big.
Yeah, you was doing like push-ups and stuff. Your
Oh, you mean like
arms started to get a
muscular?
little sore. Yeah,
Oh,
defined.
I I got sick and then I stopped
Oh,
and then I didn't just start it
Mm.
back up.
because you were running every day for a period.
Yep, I was. That wasn't doing anything. So
But you got to
Yeah.
consistently continue to, and then your diet as well.
I consistently
But
did that for a month and that just didn't do
really,
nothing but make me hate running even more.
Mm. Yeah. It takes until like you something becomes like just like routine for you to really start seeing like a big difference
How do you know?
because I've done it.
Well, I think that the difference that you're seeing has to be an internal and not an external
It's both.
difference. You know,
I
some
mean, you
people some people may tell you that you're getting in shape and they're not actually telling the truth. So
Mm.
nah, you seen DeMarcus's growth from his freshman year to his senior year.
yeah, he's
You've
gotten
seen it.
bigger, like more like Like he's gotten bigger, like big. Like
Stop it.
he hasn't grown like lengthwise. He's grown like widthwise.
I mean, he's a grown man. We all stop growing at some point.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But it seems like he stopped growing taller in his like adolescence around like 6 or 7.
Stop it.
So
Stop
Jared, Jared bullshitting because your adolescence isn't even 6 or 7. That's not even the age for adolescence.
Oh, is
So
it like 5, 4?
so
Stop it.
Loronta, how you doing, bro? How
I'm
you
doing
doing today?
I'm doing better than I can imagine. I'm doing better than I can imagine. Why is this man coming for you?
I ain't even said nothing to him today.
That might be why. You gotta send him his good morning text. Has he had his coffee? You know,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jared ain't giving me no pussy. I ain't gonna be doing all that.
Wow.
So you're
Wow.
only nice to people who give you
Am I only nice to people who give me pussy? It increases your chances.
or
Wow.
get extra nice. You'll get
So
the regular human interaction, but to get that extra.
Mm-hmm.
so we've known each other for 13 years, so that just means nothing. Then Tindy and Bumley who give you vagina on the regular. So you like them more than you like me. Basically is
Now
what you're
I'm not
saying.
Mm, mm, mm.
different. I'll say not more, different.
Differently. Yeah. Differently. More
No,
differently.
no, no. I think that that he may like them more than me. So I
And
mean,
Jared, you already told me that we not friends because I'm not inviting you to my wedding. So what do you want me to do here? How do you really want me to feel?
DeMarcus, why would I like that doesn't even make sense. I'm not your friend because I'm not invited to the wedding.
Exactly.
Like,
So
like,
what are we
like.
talking about here?
I
What is this
mean,
conversation really about?
I'm just telling Loronte about our
Hmm.
friendship dynamic because it's different
Okay.
than what he's thinking that it is.
The non-existent one.
Yeah,
Because we're
because
not
right
friends. So we
now,
don't have a friendship dynamic.
yeah, I mean, we're just
Hmm.
coworkers right now.
Cool.
So, Laurente, how are you doing?
Damn. Um,
She just say
I'm
he
doing all right,
blessed.
and I'm blessed. So y'all watching the Secret Invasion? Um,
Ugh.
I'm current on as well right now. They're on 2 episodes.
Hmm.
First one was pretty good. Second was okay. This third one's gonna determine if I'm gonna stick around for the week by week or just wait until everybody comes out so I can binge it. Because I'm a big,
Yeah.
everybody's a big Sam Jack fan. Love Samuel L. Jackson, so anything he does,
Yeah. I'm
I'm going.
I'm I'm a big fan. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like the Nick Fury character in this series because he all
There you go,
old and out of shape and he ain't doing the shit he
man,
used to do.
Right,
man,
He ain't commanding the room like I'm used to seeing him.
right.
man.
That
He
first
getting caught slipping.
episode,
Go ahead.
that first
Hmm.
episode was just tough to get through. Like the acting seemed childish, and like the fact that everybody else was running and shooting and being an
Hmm.
actual action hero. And Sam Jackson, who is 70, by the way. So we don't need to give him too
Yeah,
much. But he was just standing there watching and
I mean,
pointing
shit, they can
and
get him a double.
yeah, they really can. They really can. And this extra storyline about how the blip changed you and how he's not the same
hmm,
after the blip.
So
It's kind of just like
I do
added
like
in
that.
to be a part of his like old age and why he can't do anything anymore. So
I do like that. I do like that they're making some fallout from the blip. Because I imagine if you get blipped and then you come back, like you got some major cognitive dissonance to sort out.
come on
Like you
now.
cease to exist for a moment. Or they haven't explained what happened to everybody, but
And that
for
was going to be my
now,
next question. Like, was it like, oh, I'm here 1 second, and the next second I'm back, but it's been a 5 year gap, or we were in this void? Like, what was the
we don't know.
that's
We do not
exactly
know.
exactly? And so that's something I hope they do address, in the coming times. And then, season
Because
episode 2 ended out him. Go ahead.
I was going to ask Jared this. In the comics, they said that when this blip thing happened, everybody was in the Soul Stone, wasn't they?
Yeah, the Soul Stone, the Soul
Hmm.
Gem. So
Yeah,
that's
so
what
it
happened
wasn't
in the
like they just
comics.
ceased to exist.
Yeah,
But we don't know if that's been confirmed for the MCU.
no.
Mm. Mm-mm. He pull up on his
Hmm.
wife the last episode. I'm like, well, where's she been at this whole time?
She been being a good military wife. She a good secret agent wife, taking care of the home and not asking no goddamn question.
That
I'm
part
sorry,
right there.
I watched a different movie. Uh, I forget what it's called. It's called like Saratoga or something like that. But and it's about this white lady who starts dating this like black revolutionary. One of the folks that used
Mm.
to roll with Malcolm X.
Mm.
Um, and one of the agents that's like keeping an eye on her. He's like a new agent, like just got hired to the CIA, and his wife is constantly asking fucking questions. And I'm like, and he's like, I can't tell you. It's top secret. I can't tell you. It's top secret. And she's like, well, where have you been all night? And I'm like, bitch, you
Ah.
married to a secret agent. You don't get to ask fucking questions. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. Loronta,
Occupational hazard.
me and Demarcus were on, like, we were waiting for the show to start, and we found out that one of our favorite anime is coming out today. Oh my God.
Which one?
Jobless
Which one? Which one?
Recreation. Let me put you on. It is a isekai about this boy who was, I think he was a bigger person in his previous life,
And
and
he was a
he
shut
wasn't
in.
good to women, right? No. He was
No, he
a
just
neat.
he was a shut in.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was a shut-in. He didn't talk to people because he got like beat up by like bullies or whatever. But in his isekai life, he's like this ultra powerful magician. He gets
Mm-hmm.
all the cheat skills, and he starts out as a baby in his isekai life. And it actually
What's the name of the
goes,
show again? I'm sorry. What's the
it's
name of the
called
show again?
Jobless Recreation. It's on Hulu. And it
Mm.
The Japanese name is
Reincarnation?
Nengoku Tensho.
yeah, yeah,
Jobless reincarnation. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes through his whole life, and like as the episodes get more like, well, as he grows up, he gets into more and more extreme situations about how he is like being yeah, put in these dire situations that he has to get out of. I don't want to spoil too much, but there are
Mm.
demons, there are like lots of magic, there's also lots of sword play, there's lots of action. It's a really, really, really amazing anime, and it comes back out today, actually. So after this podcast, I gotta go watch that and continue reading my comic books.
So as he goes through life,
Um,
is he aware of his previous life, even from
Yeah.
from childhood? Oh wow.
Yeah, there's actually parts in his uh present life where he is visited by this god, and when he's visited by this god, he is actually in his old body. So yeah, he definitely knows about his old life,
he don't
and
like that shit.
yeah, he really doesn't like that.
Don't remind me of this shit. I just left this motherfucker.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Jobless Reincarnation, that's a really good one. And then also coming out this week on the 6th is the return of Jujutsu Kaisen. And
Yes, sir.
I am
Ooh, I'm
excited
ready
about
for
that.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually wanted to read that anime, I mean that manga. And I probably will read that manga because I just read the full manga of Demon Slayer. And let me tell you, this
Wow.
manga was really good, actually. This manga was amazing. It wasn't like previous mangas I read, i.e., Black Clover, when you are reading it and there's an action scene and it just looks like ink blots on the page because it's like in black and white and there's so much happening. But this manga, it was beautifully done with the artwork. The creator had these intros and outros where he was very funny and down to earth, and yeah, it was really, 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 really good. So yeah. And it's over. It's completely over, the Demon Slayer manga.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I know everything that happens in Demon Slayer.
Damn. Not surprised.
So you ain't gonna watch it no more? Is what you're saying?
I am gonna watch it. I am gonna watch it. There are parts I want to see played out. I am gonna watch it. Yeah.
Hey, well, thanks for putting me on.
Yeah.
I'll definitely dive into those. It's just that Jabba's reincarnation when I get a chance. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm super excited for it. That was a really good show, and the movie was really good too. I really liked the movie.
Yeah, the movie
I
was
hope this
really
ain't one of
good.
those where I hope this ain't one of those where you got to watch the movie for the next season to make sense.
It's
a zero episode.
The movie, right? The movie kind of felt alone-ish, kind of, because it didn't really deal too much with the what's the main guy's name? It really didn't deal too much with him at all. It was kind of like you said, like a prologue-ish kind of stuff. So
okay, I might give it a watch then.
Yeah, it's actually very, very good. Unlike this Black Clover movie that just came out on Netflix, I didn't even complete it. Like, I fell asleep the first time.
Really?
Yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea.
I think I fell asleep on it too.
Yeah, it was like what is it called, an OVA? A thing that doesn't have any effect on the main storyline. Like, it's something that the studio wanted to do.
Original video something.
Yeah. So
OVA.
I couldn't rock
original
with that.
video adaptation.
Something. I could rock with it, but the Jujutsu Kaisen movie is a prologue, and it does have ramifications, or it may have ramifications in the actual series. So yeah, and it comes back out on the 6th, and I am excited. All right, guys. Let's see. I went to Chick-fil-A the other day, which is
what's the other day? Was it still in June?
No, it was in July. It was in July. I have to think about it. It was in July. It was actually Saturday.
Well, we was about to pull that gay card, boy.
You don't have a gay card.
We was about to check you.
No,
I
went to Chick-fil-A in July on July 1st.
But I was so about to check your ass though.
I'm gonna report it to the delegation.
Yeah, hey, you gonna lose your gold star?
And no, I went for one reason, because I had no more honey for my tea. And and I drank ballerina tea, which helps you get skinny. It's supposed to help you get skinny. But and I have no more honey. So I went to Chick-fil-A. I was gonna use my points to get a breakfast sandwich and steal all their honey. So I went in, got a breakfast sandwich, and I got a milkshake, a peach milkshake. And I also went to the thing, and I literally got my bag, and I just grabbed all of the honey that was in the little cubby hole, and I put it in the bag.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then I ran out.
Darted off, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Because honey is like $7 now. Who wants to buy $7 honey?
This is
and not even the Maruka honey. This is $7 regular honey. I'm not paying $7 for honey.
This is why Chick-fil-A invests against y'all.
Stop it. Y'all honey stealers.
Because I stole honey.
Yep.
Stole all the sweetness.
Yep. And you ain't the first one.
And guess what? I'll do it again. I will do it again.
That's
ain't nobody
that's one of my favorite memes.
Or these companies. Ain't nobody.
That's one of my favorite memes. The I'll fucking do it again. The Goofy.
Yeah.
The ugly drawing.
Yeah. Ain't nobody care about Chick-fil-A. They can burn. And I hope Kathy Truitt is burning. Yes.
Did he pass it?
That's it.
Huh?
The founder of Chick-fil-A. Did he pass it? When did he pass?
I don't know. I think so. I think
know his
so.
ass up there.
But he
Let
can
me look. Let me
burn.
look. Let me look. Let's look. Let's find out.
All right, guys. While Loronta's finding this out, let's go ahead and run this commercial and then we'll come right back.
BGEN.
You deserve to be happy. Professional, licensed, and vetted therapists who you can trust. Tap into a network of licensed, accredited, and experienced therapists who can help you with a range of issues, including depression, anxiety, relationships, trauma, grief, and much more. With our therapists, you can get the same professionalism and quality you would expect from an in-office therapist, but with the ability to communicate when and how you want. All right, head on over to betterhelp.com/BGEpod. Sign up right now. Let them know we sent you.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the Black Geek Energy podcast, where you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Black Geek Energy and on Twitter at BGE_pod. Y'all, we actually don't have a topic for this week. It's our 20th episode. So we said, let's just talk about stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Is talk about stuff. So, yeah.
Let's talk about some stuff, y'all.
You know what I want to talk about?
Some things y'all want to talk about?
Yes, there's something I want to talk about that I'm scared to actually do a topic on, but because I know that it'll be like a one-sided conversation, and that is horror movies. I want to talk about horror movies because I know that DeMarcus doesn't like.
What's the last good horror movie you saw?
I mean,
I don't like to pay to be scared. I don't like to spend my hard-earned money to make myself afraid. That doesn't make sense to me.
But you'll go on roller coasters.
That's excited though.
That's more exciting. That's my man.
That's how I feel though. The same way you feel about horror movies is how I feel about escape rooms. Like, I don't want to pay money to be confused. Come on now, life's already hard enough.
You don't want to pay money
like,
to
a lot of folks
lose?
don't go to escape rooms. No, to be confused. Like, okay, like riddles and shit. I don't want to pay 30 minutes. Got 30 minutes to get out. Man, I don't want to do this shit. But go ahead.
I love escape rooms though.
I'm not clever, man.
Yes, you are. Stop saying that about yourself.
I've done like a mock one, like a little free one. Folks came up and I was pissed. I was pissed. They said like the clues just didn't line up. I was just, man, no. Y'all sit this one out, man. But go ahead. I mean, go ahead.
Maybe you just need practice.
Maybe.
The last good horror movie that I saw was a horror movie about the Catholic Church. They were resurrecting people, and it was shot like a found footage film. It was shot like missing and searching. Because I love found footage. Like, put a found footage in front of me, I am cooked. But it was shot like a found footage film. It's called Resurrection, and it's about the Catholic Church. They have actually discovered the secret way to resurrect people. And what they are doing is they start resurrecting them. They have very strict rules about how to resurrect them. Like, you have to be Catholic, you can't have sins. They hire all these hackers to see your internet history, and goes along the world about how the Catholic Church is actually affecting the world with this new resurrection thing. And what happens is, because I know y'all ain't gonna see it, so what happens is at the end, all the resurrected people, they start going crazy and they start killing people. So that the people that they killed can be judged in order to be resurrected, so they could be this pure world. So
that pure world shit.
That doesn't necessarily sound like a horror movie from how you just described it.
Well, it's more of a slasher.
Is it like thriller kind of situation? Like,
yeah.
Okay, edge of your seat. You don't know what's about to happen next.
Yeah. So DeMarcus, you don't like demons and ghosts and stuff like that.
I'm not a big horror movie person, no. So like, I wouldn't be excited to go see like Paranormal Activity or
that was a good one.
like Annabelle or anything like that?
That was a good one too. No, Paranormal Activity. When I saw that, do y'all remember Casey, manager? Yeah. Well, anyway,
I remember her.
Yeah. So I went and I saw that movie with her, and I was like, Casey, you gotta spend the night. And then I could not sleep with the lights off for 2 weeks after I saw that movie. Like, and I was staying alone then. It was, yo, that movie freaked me out. But that was like the most creepiest horror movie I saw in a while, in a long time. In a long time.
And I think you deserve to be creeped out because you stayed up and watched that damn movie.
Yeah.
You let them demons into your life, and they hung around for a little while.
But I like to be creeped out. I like to be creeped out.
I was saying, Loronta look real cold. I thought he was under a blanket, but he just got a hoodie on.
It's the hoodie. Yeah, it's a little breezy in here, so it's hot as hell outside. So,
oh yeah, most definitely. It's hot over here too. Like 90 now.
Ooh, yeah.
Temperature just jumped up over the weekend.
Man. Wow. I was about to say like 100. Well, I would say 99 as well, but with the heat index, this shit felt like 110, 105. I could not do it.
Yeah, that global warming.
But yeah, for us that was what was that Paranormal Activity, like that first one, and it wasn't even that scary. It was just like little subtle shit like that. Like you see the family, the camera's recording the family sleeping, and you see a door just open and close by itself. Little shit like that. Like that's kind of stuff that used to creep me out. But now,
so did you see it in the movie theater, or did you see it at
close to reality, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I did see. I saw the first two in the movies.
Okay.
But the group I was with, we were like niggas, like young kids, and they made the experience better. If I was by myself, man, I would have had to call somebody. I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I kept seeing when we saw it, the hype train was real on social media. It was actually growing in the box office every week. So and when it finally came to Virginia, where I was at the time, because it was in a limited release, it was growing in the hype, in the gross every week. It was getting all this money from a $12 budget. So when it finally came to Virginia, we like rushed to go see it. And yeah, that was the best experience I ever had in my whole entire life. Like, that movie freaked me out. But yeah, I think I love found footage movies because I have been really playing the found footage movie category out on Tubi. Like that category is like, because they have a ton of found footage movies, and I think I've seen them all.
It's Tubi good? Because I be seeing ads for it all the time. Like, they got The Fifth Element on that joint.
Yeah, I like Tubi. I like it. It shows commercials, but I be on my phone, so it shows commercials to give me some phone time. I really do like it.
Okay.
I really like it. And they have a huge selection of movies. So they have like little black movies of people just getting started. Like, I know some directors on Tubi, and then they have anime on there. They have current TV shows like MasterChef, and then they have a ton of movies.
Isn't that show, that one movie called Velocipaster is on Tubi? It's about this pastor that turns into Velocipaster.
He turns into a Velociraptor.
No, it's like he turns into a Velociraptor.
Velocipaster. Oh my god!
Yes, Velocipaster. I think that's on Tubi. I saw that somewhere, and I was like, I can't even watch this because it's ridiculous. Like, the synopsis sounds just as ridiculous as the name.
I don't know about that one. I have
no idea. The thing about Tubi movies, it's like it's easy to get your content put on there. So there's like a lot of independent stuff as well.
Yeah.
So Detroit went crazy with the hood flicks, if that makes sense. Like, you know how unrealistic acting, terrible stunts, terrible dialogue. But it's like it's one of those so bad it's good. I haven't watched them, but they have a cult following. Like it's some folks that just
like
love them. But me,
like the Nollywood movies.
yes, exactly. Except put it in Detroit. Put it the exact same, just wild ass script, impossible storyline,
Yeah,
terrible
I be
acting.
wanting to like Nollywood
I
movies,
mean,
man.
terrible.
I be wanting to like them, but then I be like, yo, this shit is dumb.
But the good thing is they give a lot
You
of
know what I'm saying? No
black.
story continuity.
What you say,
No, go ahead,
Loronta?
go ahead.
But the good thing is they give a lot of black creatives a outlet for their artwork, and then they get paid for it. So that's great. And I love Tubi. Like, and the best thing is, like with Tubi, after the movie ends, they will have a selection of these movies are just like this. And then you like scroll and read the movie and then be like, okay, playing in 10 seconds. So yeah, I like I can stay on Tubi all day. I can stay on Tubi literally all day.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
Tubi
yeah.
lit. Tubi is lit.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I feel like I'm real selective about the content I consume, y'all.
Yeah, it should
Like,
be. It should be.
Because I don't really fuck with horror, and then I don't really watch stuff that's too ridiculous. So in Nollywood stuff, like I watch some movies sometimes, but I gotta hear about it a lot before I watch it, because if it's, I don't know, man. I don't want to be disappointed.
Totally don't want to waste your time. 45 minutes watching something that ain't worth
Exactly.
nothing.
Right.
I mean, Tubi has a lot of big movies. Like I know you said The Fifth Element is on there. And they also have small movies that get big. Like they had Terrifier 2, which is a horror movie about this clown who doesn't speak. It's called Terrifier 2. And it really, and that was another movie that started off slow, gained box office every week. But that franchise started on Tubi, like the whole franchise.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, well, I think it's just big in horror things, but I have seen interviews on bigger platforms. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, that's I mean it's like a good place for indie artists to grow and to express their artwork. So yeah, I mean just try it out. They have some good movies up on there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fuck it. Let me see about it.
And Tubi, if you're listening, answer my LinkedIn because I sent y'all a message about a month ago requesting sponsorship. So I mean you can answer my LinkedIn and we can talk about y'all on every episode. TV movie of the
Come
week.
on now. Come on.
Right.
Hell yeah.
The Tubi of the week.
Exactly.
Yeah. I want to talk about I want to dive into the past a little bit. Do y'all remember when we used to play the Yu-Gi-Oh card game in college?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do y'all still play, or do y'all be trying to play again?
I don't play anymore. Did I put y'all on that or did you put me on?
I think I put y'all
on. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I wanted to learn how to play.
Because I never put it right. Because when we were younger, it's like we collected the cards and we would trade, but we never really played how we were supposed to play at that match.
Because we didn't know how to play the card game for real.
Right. So you did come back around with the rule book, and okay, this is this is that. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I find myself missing days like that when we used to play that. Like, even though Jared was fucking asshole in that game as he usually is. Yeah.
How was I involved in the game where the goal is to beat you?
No. The goal is not to beat me. The goal is to win in general. But you would make your deck specifically to beat my deck. And then we'll be using illegal cards, y'all. Like me and Jared used to go to the weekend tournaments at the comic book store. And like Jared would lose to everybody else and then get to me and win. And it's like, and then he would use illegal cards. Like Jesus. We'll play through a whole game and then somebody come over and be like, hey, that card's illegal.
First of all, I didn't know what. what cards were
How's that
legal and
illegal?
illegal. And you were the
Right,
main
right.
person I
How's
was
the card
playing
illegal?
against. You were the main person
Yeah,
I was
like
playing against. So why would I make a card that's general for everybody? I'm trying to beat the person I'm playing against. That's you. That's you. And then I went to the
And
comic
see,
book
I'm trying to
shop.
win the tournament.
No,
mm,
I was in a comic book shop and I played against these 12-year-olds and these old fat white men, and they slaughtered me. But when I got to you, though,
Yo. Yo, them 9-year-olds used to be beef.
exactly.
And they be making they moves so fast. Like they know they fucking deck.
Exactly.
What you had asked Loronta?
how are cards illegal? Like the power of them, the effects, like what
Oh
makes
yeah. Yeah, like depending on the card, like and what they I guess what they the folks who made the game, what they trying to do with it. Like one card, they might decide one card is like too powerful or it like throws off the balance of the game somehow. So one card I can think of like that was a Dark Magician of Black Chaos. That's the
mm-hmm.
one Jared used to use against me,
All the
and
fucking
like
time?
everything, everything it destroys, it banishes, and I guess that throws off the balance of the game because they had a lot of like banishment cards, or it either didn't banish it, it was like out the game, right, or
It
something.
banished it.
Banished.
Yeah.
And then, like, they
So yeah,
update
and they.
cards and they make new cards all the time. So sometimes the old cards throw off the
Hmm.
power level of somebody's deck, and they try to keep it within a appropriate level. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, what really killed it for me, like because I was gonna jump back into it at one point, but I found out they had got rid of Monster Reborn. So it made it
Mm,
harder to just like bring back monsters. I was like, man, why? I was like,
that's an
that's one of the
OG.
originals,
Yeah, that's an
right?
OG. What are you talking about? You can use that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right. If you can use it on the show, I can use it in a damn car in a tournament.
Mm-mm. That don't make no gosh darn sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Have y'all played any other TCGs?
No, but I
Uh,
do want to play that one you were talking about the card game that's about card games.
Oh, Millennium
what's that?
Blade.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of
Millennium
that.
Blades. So it's a tabletop game, but it's a card game about a card game. Uh, it's a yeah. So you're playing the tabletop game Millennium Blades, and part of playing the tabletop game Millennium Blades is you play the trading card game Millennium Blades.
What? Is this like
I can't
Inception?
exactly. Yo, a little. Like once you learn how to play it, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel weird. But like hearing somebody explain that shit, you be like, nigga, what am I about to do?
Mhm.
But no,
Yeah,
it's
it
good. It's
sounds
good.
complicated, but on the last where you described it earlier, like that sounded really
Mhm.
fun. So that's a game I'm looking to play
Yeah.
soon.
It's another one that this dude was supposed to teach me how to play. It's called Flesh and Bone, I want to say the card game, but it's like I think he said it was similar to Magic the Gathering. Um, yeah. Have y'all ever played Magic the Gathering?
I
No.
haven't. I haven't played that either, but I remember the commercials for that coming out were crazy aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, every commercial break was
Crazy.
Magic the
Well, how was
Gathering.
they aggressive?
Not crazy, but just like they definitely put a lot of money in their marketing when they. I don't know when because I don't want to say they first came out because I don't know their complete history, but I definitely
Hmm.
remember when they first started their commercials were. I mean, every commercial break, Magic the Gathering, Magic the Gathering. I was like, what is this? I thought
Right,
it was a
right.
video game, but it's a trading card game.
Oh, he's like, oh, I ain't with that shit. Fuck that.
I mean, at the time it came out, we were past the trading card games. We're video games. I was also in the video game bag heavy, so trading
Mm-hmm.
cards. Mm-mm. And no offense, but you know the kind of kids playing trading card games in high school.
Yo, I played it with him. I learned how to play Magic the Gathering in high school.
Oh, for real? No, not my
Yeah,
school, man. It
yeah.
was
I
this
was playing
one.
it.
It was
I was
this one
playing
kid.
it.
It's like, oh, they don't like me because I like anime. Nah, they don't like you because you're weird. It's a difference.
Cause you stink.
Yeah,
you
you know what I'm
don't.
saying.
You
You can send a
smell like you
bad.
don't bathe every day.
Come on, man.
And you
Come
don't
on.
comb your hair. You look like you don't care about yourself, and that's why we don't care about you.
Okay. Don't do too much on these children. These
No,
hypothetical
we were the
kids.
same age. We was the same age at that time, so they're 30 years old now. They're not kids
Yeah,
no more.
yeah. I mean, no, because I meet folks like that to this day. That's like,
To
and
this
now and
day.
now now it makes sense to me. And now, because like back then I used to be like, man, it's not fair that they just not popular. Nobody likes them. And now it's like, oh yeah, like no one likes you because you're fucking weird. Like you, and you're not, and it's not like, oh, you're a little quirky. It's just like you're very unique. Like you're aggressively weird,
Mm,
and you rub people the wrong way.
mm.
Because
Yeesh.
Some folks on the
I went
spectrum
to
too, though.
this.
That's another thing.
Yeah, that's fair. And so you got to give them a little bit of grace, but at the same time, we all have our crosses to bear, and
Mm.
so you know.
I don't think
But
that
I was gonna say
people
like I mean
I don't think that people on the spectrum necessarily want you to be giving them a lot of grace. I think you should have patience with everybody, but I don't think that people on the spectrum want to be treated differently based on their circumstance. Like, if you can't talk, then I think that or if you're on the spectrum, you can't talk, you will want to have somebody that's not on the spectrum treat you a little differently by not talking to them. But I don't think that people on the spectrum want you to treat them any differently. I'm not sure though. I'm not
You
on the
got to.
spectrum.
You got to treat not like you said, not differently, but with like a little grace and a little. So you do have to, in that same sentence, a little bit more patience. You got to be a little bit more understanding. So
mm-hmm,
when we're saying that, that
mm-hmm,
automatically is, hey, I got to treat you a little different. Like
yeah.
automatically, because the spectrum is so vast, and it's not like a one, like two people can be diagnosed with the same thing, but like they're I don't want to say
But it looks
symptoms, but they
vastly
behave.
different. Mm-hmm.
Right. So they behave different. So it's just a lot of this shit be touch and go. It be touch and go, you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, you gotta each individual basis. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So it's not a one
Mm.
shoe or one size fits all kind of
Mm-hmm.
deal. But yeah, man, what I want to talk about is the
Mm.
goddamn Supreme Court and the fuck shit they've been doing. Really, past couple
Hey,
years,
yeah.
but last
I
last
thought this was the Black Geek Energy podcast, but I guess this falls into the Black Geek part. So go
the
ahead.
black part, yeah, the black part. No, it's just I feel like and I'll be quick, I'll be brief, but when Obama was leaving, there was a Supreme Court justice seat that the Republicans blocked. They said he couldn't fill it. He had like a year left. It was like, no, it's not enough time. It's not fair. So they didn't let him fill it. And then Trump put three motherfuckers in there, three different, whatever. And they like just the rulings they've
Mm-hmm.
been doing. So this week they struck down, which I'm not too mad at, but it's just like it's a slippery slope that we've been
Affirmative
sliding
action.
down for the past. Yeah, so affirmative action was one, and then LGBTQ, like giving businesses the right to just basically just like say no, we don't want to service you. And for that case, it was a woman filing. She was a web designer, right? So she was a web designer in
Mm-hmm.
somewhere fucking Colorado. She said she made up a couple. First of all, she made up a gay couple. One was it was a man who has a wife and children. She was like, they contacted me and I don't want to service them. First of all, he was a web designer himself. He never reached out to her, but it was just bullshit. But they approved that as well. And
Wait a minute, wait a
man, I
minute. So
just
it was a whole made up case?
made up fucking case, my nigga. Like
Yeah, it
I'll
was a
see, I'll
made up
send you a better
situation.
videos because I'm just going through it really quick because like you said, I don't want to get too deep. It's just something that's been kind of pissing me off. So it's just something that like it was a complete hypothetical situation. Bro, if I could show you the examples of her websites, they look the fuck terrible. They look like worse than
Did you
how
say
Wix,
Philip?
Squarespace. Nah, I said the F word fucking. They look
Wow.
fucking terrible.
Wow.
Because they did, bro. Like if you could see examples of her website, like no offense, no gay man would want that for their wedding. Like if you could see the shit she did, that shit looked the fuck terrible. But yeah, that's where we're at right now, man. So Roe v. Wade. What's the interracial dating one or interracial marriage one? Love v.
Something
Virginia or whatever.
loving. Yeah.
That one's coming up
Mm-hmm.
next, man. So I bet the moment niggas can't marry no white girls, that's when we really gonna unify. Hold on, what? We can love who we
Wait
want to
a
love.
minute. Wait a
I'm
minute.
joking. I'm joking.
I hope so.
I'll see if niggas was listening. I was just saying if it was
With your
listening.
2 black daughters.
Yeah, no, for real. Hey, stand on that. But
Yeah. Yeah. The Supreme Court has been tripping lately, led, of course, by their oldest member, Howard alum, the other HU lowercase, Clarence Thomas. Um, he has
An
stripped
embarrassment to
away
the diaspora.
a true Uncle Ruckus, but he has stripped away LGB. People cannot discriminate, and because he stripped away that is not LGB specific that business can discriminate on. Businesses cannot discriminate based on anything. So I mean, if I see a business that says no whites allowed, that's the business I'm going to go to. Or if I see a business that says like no homophobes, no Republicans, or anything that not necessarily whites, but if anything that like I am opposed to, like no Fox News viewers, then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna support that business. And so that's what the Supreme Court said. You cannot discriminate. They didn't say based on LGBT. They said you cannot discriminate. So that is like the jumping point off of how everything else crescendos down, because these Supreme Court cases aren't that specific. They're always broad. And that's why they say it's important to vote, because if you are voting, then of course you won't have these situations. But yeah, these Supreme Court cases are always broad, big spectrums. They're not ever specific, exact spectrums. Like with this student admission rules, where they can't admit anybody based on affirmative action. White women have been the number one people that have benefited from affirmative action in the past. Asian Americans have been the number one people that have benefited from affirmative action in the past. But this whole case started out because this Asian American had a 4.5, and he thought that affirmative action, that someone with affirmative action took his place. No, at these schools like Harvard and Yale and Princeton, which he was trying to get into, 65% of those people are athletes that get us automatically, and people with legacy admissions that automatically get a application, get a yes. So the 5% of people that he was included were valedictorians at their high school, were community servants at their high school, were working or were the disadvantaged youth who needed a chance. So I need to know, like, how was he different than anybody else that was trying to apply to these schools? He wasn't. If you look at him, he wasn't.
I agree with that, because he wasn't as well rounded as he thought he was. He was just smart, and he thought that was gonna be his golden ticket. It's like, no. Like, I think we all heard, like, going as you matriculated through high school, it's like, hey, make sure you join some clubs, join some sports, do this, do that, because it makes you a more well-rounded candidate, and that's what colleges are looking for. Versus like you put all your chips in your GPA, and then that 4.8, whatever it is, ain't enough.
Like he was like, I had a 4.5, I had a 4.5, but you were boring. You didn't do nothing. No college wanted you. Like everybody that is applying to Harvard. Exactly. Everybody that's applying to Harvard had a 4.5 GPA. Everybody, except for the 1% that was a disadvantaged minority student. Everybody at Harvard had a 4.5 GPA that got in under their own merits. So please stop. Please stop.
And so on the other side, there's a group, a legal aid. They're filing a similar type of suit against college admission. So they're going after the legacy kids, because like how you said, the legacies, they make up a vast majority of the students accepted just because your grandfather went there, which I get, but it's like the number of the racial makeup of that, majority of white, people benefit off of that. So they're actually launching one of those now. I don't know if it's filed yet, but they're in the process of filing it. So hopefully we get something going. But I'm sorry, y'all. I just said, like, hey man, it's a slippery slope, because we got all these rules for women's bodies, what you could do with this and that, but gun control is still something that's very taboo, and they're not gonna regulate any of it, and that's that. I mean, it's not that it's not regulated, so I'm gonna take that back. There are some regulations. It's still way easier over here to get, let's say, AR-15 than it is to get some people to get medication. You know, some people get insulin and shit like that. So it's for me, I'm just like, yo, our priorities as a country, not ours, but as a country, man, this shit is crazy. But we off that, man. Next slide, y'all. Next slide.
Yeah.
You brought it up, brother.
I want to talk about how Loronta keeps apologizing every time he got something to say on this podcast. Like he always say he's sorry. Loronta, I told you just before, stop apologizing. Like, like you made me feel bad the other day when you posted that story about how top 10 worst podcasts, and it was people who say, let me ask you a question. And I always say, let me ask you a question. So I was like, wow, he's coming strictly for me, but you weren't.
No.
But yeah, you always
go ahead. Guy number 10 was like pastors, you know, trying to get pussy. Because they be like religious, but they be real like pandering. They be like pandering to like you've seen them on the timeline. And it's a bunch of.
I don't see them. But yeah, Loronta, I want to say that my number one thing is you always apologizing. Like you can go off and you can talk on this podcast. This is your podcast. We want you to talk. We need you to talk. Stop apologizing for speaking your mind when we need you to speak your mind.
Say less. Say less, King.
Don't give me affirmations when I'm going in on you either. That's another thing I want to talk about. I'm just kidding. But yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because this would be a shorter episode because our last episode was 2 hours long. I just edited it today.
Oof.
I know.
Oof. Yo,
2-part.
I gotta learn how to shut y'all up, man. Oh, Chatty Cathy's over here.
Exactly.
Loronta trying to go to sleep and cut the lights out and everything.
It's 7:30.
So I was using the sun. No, I was using the sun as like natural light. You know how we do natural light.
Oh my God.
He said I'm up. Loronta said he ready for bed.
No. I'm up. We outside. Well, inside. But.
Is that what you wear to bed? A hoodie? Why you turn the light on? Why'd you get up? Why are you walking around? Where are you going? Why'd you sit down? Oh,
get
my
off
God.
my back. Get off my back. Get off.
Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, is there anything that you want to put everybody on, DeMarcus?
Something I want to put everybody on. I've been reading this comic book again called Sex Criminals. I don't know if I talk about it on the
Sex Criminals. I read that.
Sex Criminals is real good. It's about what you expect. It's people who have sex and rob banks. And the way they're having sex plays into their ability to rob banks is real dope. It's very unique, like a little magical power, something around there going on. And then they find out that they ain't the only one. And so they just like the story unfolds with just like discovering like this whole other world or secret society of people who have the potential to also be sex criminals. But maybe not in the same way that they are sex criminals. So it's definitely worth a read.
And it's just when they get horny, or it's like when they're about to come. I forgot when does, because like what happens is like time stops. So like when does time stop? Is it when they get horny or?
No, it's when they climax.
Oh yeah.
But you know they also address some like real shit in there because they talk about like coming at the same time as your partner and how hard it is to do and like how much communication that takes.
Yeah. Sex Criminals is really good.
Pick it up. Y'all will learn a bunch of things, man.
I think that would be a good HBO Max show.
It would be, but if they put it on HBO, I want them to do it like they did Invincible. I wouldn't want them to make it live action.
There you go. Keep it animated.
Because they made it live action, I feel like it wouldn't be as good. I feel like it just lose a lot of the magic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because imagine if Invincible was live action.
It couldn't be. It couldn't be.
Yeah,
it'll give like Hancock, like how
low
Hancock
key,
was like a negative, not a negative. What's the word I'm trying to find?
Realistic.
No, like nega hero. I can't find it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Anti-hero.
Anti-hero. There you go. Sorry about that. Yeah. So
Stop apologizing. We talked about this.
Right. I couldn't find the word. I was like, yo, it's like opposite, negative, anti. Yeah, but I mean, keep it animated. Keep it animated. And season 2 is coming for Invincible. That's coming sometime this year. They said.
Oh.
It was loose, like really loose, like coming soon.
Sometime this year.
Right.
Right.
But you know, that
I'm hyped for that. I'll watch that.
Yeah, week by week.
It's my list.
Invincible was really good from the first episode to the last.
That fight, who was the main hero? The dad, Omni-Man had against the Justice League on the
Invincible?
first episode, 10 minutes in. Like, I just saw a TikTok of that again. That fight was crazy. He slaughtered those
that wasn't even a fight. That was a massacre.
Yeah, that was a massacre.
No, the fight he had with Mark at the end, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, think, Mark.
Think.
Look at what they have to do to make our... and the memes from that shit. Yo.
Omni-Man did not give he beat that nigga to a inch of ending his life, but to get there, went through trains, towns, cities, everything, everywhere. So it was just wild.
And then Mark talks like, "What will you have in 1,000 years? You're still alive. Everybody here will be dead." He's like, "I'll have you, Dad."
Got his ass.
I was like, "Damn."
I took off on his ass. But Mark, for the whole series though, Mark was giving what's her name? Cora. He was giving Cora vibes for me. Because like, okay, you got all this power, but you keeping your ass whooped from Avatar.
Oh, like Legend of Korra. Yeah, definitely.
Because like he was my nigga. We rooted for you, but it was like every episode.
I can't keep showing face. I can't keep showing up for you and you doing me like this.
Come on, like Battle Cat, I get because he's an alien. He's super special, however, Battle Cat. But everybody else, Mark stayed in the fucking ICU. That nigga stayed getting pieced up.
Yeah, he did. He stayed losing battles just like Korra.
That shit was hilarious. It was.
DeMarcus, how are those comic books that I recommended to you?
Oh, I got them.
Have you read them?
I'm still trying to work my way through Sex Criminals.
Oh, okay.
But I got them. The only one I don't got is Shadows of Dakota.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't really like.
I'm supposed to go to the comic book store tomorrow.
What you gonna get?
Well, I put like some of the ones we talked about. Immortal X-Men is on my list. Not Immortal. Yeah, Immortal X-Men. Is that the one about the Illuminati? Yeah, that one. That was on my list. So is Bishop's War College.
You know, not the Illuminati, but the rulers of Krakoa, which are the mutant nation.
Yeah.
The Illuminati's back, though.
I misspoke.
The Illuminati's
really?
back.
Charles Xavier's still on it?
Who?
Charles still on it?
Yeah. He's on there with his Krakoa helmet, and they're back. Because you know the anti-Reed Richards, the maker. Do you know him? Oh yeah, he is back as well, and he stole pieces from everybody's technology. Like he stole this magic thing from Doctor Strange. He stole a Krakoa gate. He stole some technology from Stark and some technology from Reed. He stole something from every member of the Illuminati. So they all came back together. But yeah, he's back and he's doing something that's a developing story in the Ultimates comic that just came back as well with their first issue. That is really good. Nice. It's really good. So thumb through that in the comic book shop. You may like it. But
I
yeah,
wanna get back into some of the Spider-Man stuff because I've been seeing clips of like the new Spider-Man comics and they look pretty good. And I think it's like the Edge of the Spider-Verse or something like that.
Miles is good. Miles Morales.
Oh, that's the only one that's good. Because you was making a face, but our viewers can't see your face.
Right.
Because Peter, look, Peter's going through him and Mary Jane. Look, this
And Mary
whole
Jane got
thing.
black hair now?
No, she's still red. He's
Oh, okay.
yeah, she's still red hair, but Peter and Mary Jane, and he's still in this whole love thing. Like, I get so annoyed with Peter. Like, everything just isn't like, boy, you had to get a doctorate when you have every capability to get that doctorate, but Dr. Octopus had to be in your body controlling you for you to get your doctorate. Like, was that even necessary? And when Dr. Octopus was in your body, that was when the best things were happening to you. You finally fell out of like the love you have for Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy was done because Dr. Octopus was in your body, and he actually found somebody who loved him and who he loved back. That was not them, whose life and his life didn't revolve around those two. He was finally using his powers for good. He was using all his technological skills. Like, I loved the Superior Spider-Man. I loved him.
Superior Spider-Man was like fucking shit up, low key. Like he was like, oh, I'm doing all this. He's like, I'm gonna be a better Spider-Man than Spider-Man ever was.
Yeah,
but he was definitely on some Big Brother type shit. Like everybody was being watched by a spider at all times. Like it was definitely on some Minority Report shit. Like, hey, we see you're about to commit a crime. We see you thinking about stealing that candy bar. We can whoop your ass right now.
I mean, it's still Dr. Octopus, but I'm talking about what Dr. Octopus did for Peter Parker's life, and did his business life with Parker Industries. That was around with the Stark Industries in less than 2 years. Like there was a multinational corporation until Peter destroyed it. Like, yeah. What?
How did he destroy it? He just like sold it off?
I don't know. They went overseas, something with the car, but he destroyed. Oh. Something happened and he had to sell it off.
Yeah.
Something happened. I don't know, but he
Peter ain't
destroyed
that.
it.
Peter's a Joe Schmo. He ain't built for that kind of life.
And he should be, because he has the ability. Now he's working with Osborn.
I mean, he has the potential, but
yeah, he does have the potential. Like he forever wants to be a slacker. At least like he's working for Osborn right now, who's back from the dead. And like he's still just a lackey, a lab rat. getting better paid than when he was a photographer, of course. But
of course,
like he just had his own corporation, and I don't know. I loved what Dr. Octopus did for Peter Parker's life, but Miles Morales is going through some really deep things with Vulture's black grandmother, and with the this new law that says that no kids under the age of 18 can be superheroes. And this
and how old is Miles?
He's like 15, 16.
Right. High school,
oh shit.
And and also this, he has a hero. I mean, not a hero. He has a villain, Nemesis, that was really tough and made him go through a lot. No, not the Spot. It made him go through a lot, tortured him, and him revealing his, not the Prowler either, and made him reveal his identity to his parents, and he has a brother who was a clone, and he had to go through a lot of stuff.
He's starting to go through that. He's starting to go through that real Spider-Man life now.
Yeah.
Should be fucked up.
That's that real Spider-Man shit. He had his identity revealed. He got some clone brothers.
Yeah.
Torture. That's like par for the course.
Yeah, and now actually, I need to read the final book. He was fighting Carnage, so true. Carnage is becoming like the Joker of the Marvel universe, but times 10 because he actually has powers. Yeah, Carnage is becoming a menace. He's going all throughout Asgard and the Nine Realms, getting things.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was like talking to Hela and who is that elf? That dark elf in the books, but he was like freeing that elf and getting powers from other superheroes, and yeah, he's like on 10 right now. But
okay.
yeah,
All right, Carnage.
Yeah, he's on 10, so yeah. Okay. Is there anything
What do you
else
want
that oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna add. I was about to ask the same thing you were saying. Is there anything else we want to talk about that I want to go over?
I think that's all I had on my end. Well, I really quick. It's a show. I'm gonna put folks on. It's not brand new. It's a show from. I don't know. Have y'all watched it yet?
Yeah.
From?
Yeah. From.
Mm-hmm.
So I forget where I saw it on Prime, but I forget who produces it. Long story short, I don't know if it's from the creators or from the producers, but it's like Lost. Have you seen the show Lost?
Yeah.
I've seen an episode or two.
Okay, so yeah, Lost was kind of before my time, and when I really started getting stuff, it was like on the back end, so I never got into Lost. But long story short, it's a bunch of people confused on where they're at. They don't have any questions, and it's 2 seasons in. Got not demons, but it got monsters, and like I said, every episode is just another question being asked. So if you got time, y'all dive into From. I'm not gonna give away too much, but it's definitely like I was watching it because I was pissed. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I just kept watching it for answers that you never really get. So
No.
it's good. It's good. It's good in the sense that you're gonna constantly be on a fucking cliff. Like yeah, like I watched season 1 and 2 over 3 weeks, the course of 3 weeks, just to get to the fucking end, and I still have more
Questions
questions
than
than
answers.
answers. Yeah, way more questions than answers. So you got a chance to dive into it. It's called From. Yeah, and that's all I got. So we'll take
So
a quick break. Oh, go
hold on,
ahead.
hold on, 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 hold on.
Go
So
ahead.
you have seen season 2.
Yeah, because
And season 2 is
I'll go
on
ahead.
Prime?
No, well, so I watched season 1 on Prime, and then season 2 I watched on one of those websites. One of those.
Okay. We ain't gonna talk
Yeah,
about it. But
yeah.
yeah, From is really good. It stars Harold Pirimino, who was also
Yeah.
a Lost alumni. Um Basically what happens is
Really?
he was on Lost for a couple of seasons.
Damn.
Mhm.
Because for me, I didn't watch, like I said, by the time I really started getting into things, like Lost was like on the back end, but it's
Yeah.
basically like they on the island. What the fuck is going on? And every season it's the same. What the fuck is going on? Like who's
Yeah,
controlling it? So
he actually had to leave Lost because of racism, but that's a whole nother story. But From it talks about a family who is traveling, and then a law
boom,
gets in their way and they get stuck in this
big tree,
town. Yeah.
huge, massive tree. So
Yeah.
they turn around, and that's how it gets everybody. So once you see a big tree in a row, it's over. So they go back to the town, and they're like, okay, we just passed this, but you're stuck on a loop. Like no matter how many times you drive around, you're stuck. And so when the sun goes down and the night, the moon comes up, the night comes, monsters come out. So just these ravenous monsters that, no rhyme or reason, they're just here to kill humans. So to get, when it's your first time, you're not gonna believe a town of strangers saying, "Hey, you need to come with us. You need to come with us." So what they do, they'll throw like some spike strips out, and they'll bust your tires out, and then they'll kind of force you. And every family is different, every situation is different. So the first episode, long story short, they didn't believe them. Bunch of shit happened. I'm not gonna give
So
away too
I mean,
much.
there's townspeople in this town, and they
Yeah.
go and they try to contain people before night comes. But the funny thing about these monsters is that they look like you and me. They 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 look exactly like you and me,
Like
but
regular humans.
they have this job. So one will be dressed as a postman, one will be dressed as a milkmaid, or as a secretary, or as
Like
somebody
50,
with a
so
job.
but like
But
50s attire.
50s attire, but everybody's smiling. Everybody's smiling.
That
So,
sinister, that sinister purge smile, like big, big, big. So they'll be at your window. So everybody has talismans to protect their houses. So
you're saying
they
too
can't
much.
come in. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I'll stop right there. But yeah, they're basically trying to kill folks, and they can't come in unless you invite them in, type shit. And they just fuck with your head because after so many nights of being in this little ass town, and like I said, every episode is just new questions. So it's definitely like the first 3 episodes pissed me off. Like I wasn't gonna watch it because I was like, yo, this is fucking slow. This is terrible. And I got to the 4th episode, some motion started happening. Got to the end of season 1. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, let's try it. And then I blew through season 2, got even more mad. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's just like
but
Lost.
I kind of like shows like that though. They know what they're doing with the cliffhangers. They give you just enough
to keep you in
there.
there.
They call it right, breadcrumbing.
Yeah,
breadcrumbing. They give.
Yeah. So you like Lost then?
I might circle back because Lost has how many seasons? Like 7 or 8 or
9.
more than that. Oh,
but you have to understand, like every season was 24 episodes because right in the middle of their season or towards the end of their season, they had that writer strike. So some seasons of Lost are like 6 or 8 episodes.
Okay. Yeah, I can only watch them that long if it's like Game of Thrones with a bunch of killing and because what was Lost on ABC, NBC? It was network television, right? Yeah, they can only do so much. Like even on this one's pretty graphic. Like From is pretty graphic. Like
From is very graphic. I mean, the market's not going to see it because he says he doesn't like to pay to be scared, but
it's not more so. It's more so thriller. Like I said, it's not. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it sounds like a suspense thriller.
It's really good.
So I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
When I need something, I got like a lot of stuff on my watch list at this point. And then my anime, my anime is coming back around. So
comics too. So you got a lot of content to absorb.
Yeah, I usually read my comics while I'm like on the train, like when I ride my bike to work. I read my comics then.
Okay.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead, take another break, and we'll be back with everybody's favorite part.
Questions. All right, welcome back, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Glad you made it this far in the pod. Now it's time for everybody's favorite portion. Questions. Questions from who? Our viewers like you. So if you want to submit a question, feel free to do so, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, email. Email is blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. The Twitter is BGE_pod, and the TikTok and Instagram are Black Geek Energy, all one word, Black Geek Energy. All right, without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, first question, Saul from Georgia. He asked, what was y'all's favorite episode of the pod so far?
I know the answer to this because I look at the analytics, but it was either the Professor X episode or the Magneto episode, which are like our 2 highest rated episodes ever. Like if you look at the analytics, they like go all the way up here, and like every other episode's like dee-doo.
Oh,
but
wow.
like those 2 episodes and those premieres are like all the way at the top. So we probably need to do another uh mutant episode because I think that's what people like, or another Professor X Marvel thing. But yeah,
Okay.
that's what people like. But I don't know. I don't know what my personal.
And was the Magneto episode called "Would You Top or Bottom for Your Dragon"?
Yeah.
The
That's what I
Magneto
see as
episode
the
was
top
called
two.
Magnus X. Would you talk
Oh,
about
okay.
bottom? So that has a lot of views because it was so long. But if you look at that little, what's that? The graph, it shows it like when that one premiered.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I see what you're saying now. So June 8th was the Magneto, and then June 13th was
My favorite episode so far. It hasn't been released yet, but by the time this dropped, it probably will be. But it's the our second time playing Dungeons and Dragons. You know, we added on Fair, and I feel like she added
really,
on
that was your favorite one?
yeah. So far, yeah, it was lit. That was a good session. That was a good session for me.
The playthrough or
That
the
was a good
recap?
the playthrough. The recap was lit. I like but the playthrough. I feel like if you're a creative person and you have a really good imagination, listen to us play that second go around. It's gonna be a good time for y'all. So be on the lookout for that, y'all. Well, by the time this drops, it'll definitely be out.
So speaking of, I actually put that up, and when the recap posts as a regular episode, the playthrough will also be posted. But people are gonna have to subscribe for that to listen to the playthrough, and it's only $1. So if you have
Okay,
$1,
too
go
easy.
ahead.
Hey, now
Go
we got
ahead.
exclusive content.
Yeah,
Too easy.
he got
Too easy.
exclusive, and we're gonna try to do more exclusives. But yeah, if you subscribe to us, then you will be able to listen to the playthrough. And Loronta, we need that commercial. So Sim, now you
Yeah.
have two commercials to give me for the
Uh-oh.
playthrough, no, for the
Mhm.
subscription and for BetterHelp.
Hey, I need a script. I need a script for that. But okay. All right, D. What's your favorite episode so far?
I think my favorite episode is either the first D&D episode or the Professor X, because that one's still up there for me. It was the first one. It really set the tone for how this thing was gonna go, and I really enjoyed it. And a lot of
Hey,
people listen. A lot of people are introduced to the podcast through that episode, even now. Like a
hey,
lot of people tell me, like that's the episode that they're listening to.
Yeah, people still
hey.
listen to the episode. So did we
Might
live
gotta.
up to your expectations from the episode?
Did we live up to my expectations from the Professor X episode? Yeah, definitely. I would say we exceeded my expectations on that episode. That's why I kept doing the podcast. If that episode went bad, I'm like, I don't know about this, y'all. I would have Uno reversed so quick.
Wow. Wow. Okay. And I think we've been through a lot. Like when we first started, I didn't have a job. Now I got two. Loronta
hey,
is having a whole life reversal from where he was.
yeah,
DeMarcus,
it's
you're no longer
reconfiguration.
sober. You're drinking and smoking and living best uh
Fucking.
your best F boy life. So I think that we all
Whoa. I am enjoying the Three Kings.
yeah, I think that we all
Drinking, smoking, what Loronte said.
oh, okay.
Fornicating. Sorry, I keep it cute. Keep it
Wait, but
cute.
you were
But
fornicating before you were
not
fasting.
well, kind of part time,
Mm-mm.
part time.
Mm-mm.
No, not at all.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Nope.
Okay.
Pretty much cut all that stuff out for like a year.
Damn.
Okay. So
Or
you were
6 months for the
celibate
drinking and
for a
smoking, a
year.
year for the fornicating. For a year.
Wow.
You go, Glen Coco.
So can I
You go.
not Glen Coco? So can I ask you a question?
This is not it's not Jared question time.
Okay. All right. I won't. Oh, wait. No, because the story that Loronta posted said, don't ask, can I ask you a question? Just ask it because that's what people want to know. So I'm just gonna ask it. When you first went
Okay.
into some pussy, did you like immediately come because it felt so good?
Wow.
That's the off pod.
No, no, that's not what happened. That's not how it
Oh,
went at all.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
not immediately anyway.
So it was like five,
Couple strokes
6
in.
strokes.
Shortly thereafter. Moving right
In the
along.
email, we got Steven from Oregon. He asked, "What's a concert experience that you'll never forget?"
Being in the Beehive for the Beyonce concerts. That is something I'll never forget because I still I made a lot of friends that I still have today. And yeah, that was the best experience of my life. Singing the songs, doing the choreography, being around under other Beehive fans, and then having Ashley and Dana and all of my other friends that were playing in the band, and of course the queen bee herself strutting up and down right in front of me all over the stage. And that it was the best, most explosive concert that I've ever been to. The choreography, the vocals, the band, like everything, both on the run and what's the other, well, all the other ones I went to. But yeah, those concerts were the best experience I've ever been to.
Okay. For me, I went to a big Crit concert last year, in Atlanta, and it was pretty good. So they had like a general admin, and then seats upstairs in the balcony. But I went in general admin just because I kind of wanted to move around, and it was lit, man. He brought out his energy was great, but he brought out David Banner. David Banner's he's not that old, but he's kind of up there. So he want to show y'all that he can still hang and rock with us. I'll send y'all the video. This man, he came out to the song "Real Girls Get Down on the Floor." So "Real Girls Get Down on the Floor." So that energy was rocking. He jumped into the crowd, started dapping folks up. He dapped me up. I was like, "Whoa, what, David Banner?" He started crowd surfing. He a big dude, but folks picked him up. So it was a really good time in that Crit concert. I can't wait to see he goes on tour again. I definitely see that man again.
Yeah, Crit is dope on tour. My most memorable concert experience, probably this Dreamville Fest I just went to. Because festival, I've realized that festivals are like more my speed than just like single concerts. Because I like to see a bunch of different folks. And I feel like it's more of that collective effervescence, it's more of that culture, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to just like standing there watching one person go ahead.
Multiple, especially with Dreamville got such a diverse artist base. Like, yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind saying that.
See, I can't
Yes, sir.
see any rappers because rappers always have that backing track and it's them singing, or it's on the track of them like actually singing the words,
Not
and then
always.
on
Not
top
always. Yeah.
the
Not
rappers say the
not real
words
professionals. Not real
like
professionals. No,
the
not
only
Dreamville.
rappers.
Yeah, every rapper don't do that. Like rappers do be doing that, but that's not every rapper.
So did Big Crit do that?
Hell no. This shit was like I thought he was gonna have a band. He didn't know, but it was instrumentals.
And that's another thing.
It was
The only rappers that I could go see are Lil Nas X and Quavo, because he like actually like dances and he has like choreography.
Quavo don't dance. Offset the one.
Oh,
Offset be the one dancing.
Okay, Offset. The one that did do anything for clout, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He do because he was a whole break dancer back in his day.
Yeah. So I could see Offsets live. I wouldn't do VIP tickets. I would just be sitting up in the balcony. But yeah, I could see both of them live.
Okay, okay. And moving along, last question we have Brian from Valdosta. He asked if you could pass one irrevocable law that couldn't be struck down by anyone, what would it be? For me, I would pass a very comprehensive reparations bill for all people
Mm.
descended of slavery. I passed that really quick. I passed that so fast it make heads man.
Well, in California, they're studying it. They said that Black people descended from slave are owed like $20 billion each.
Yeah, they were talking about giving each. Yeah, they were talking about it. And I think it was like a city or a town that was like kind of maybe moving forward. So we're gonna see. But I'll do that on a national scale from Alaska to Florida.
And Puerto Rico is place. I think that that's what I would do. I would make sure that just all of these redistricting. I can't say that. Redistricting. It just sounds weird. Districting. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
What, Jared? I don't know what you're talking about.
Redistricting. Redistrict.
Come on, King. Come on, sound it out. Sound it out.
I am. Redistricting. Redistrict. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Redistricting. Redistricting. Redistricting.
He cute, but he a little slow. It's all right.
All of that would be outlawed because I think that's a big hindrance for people in these Black communities, like in Mississippi. Like the population is 58% Black, so there's no reason why they should have a Republican anything. So I would really change those laws so that they more accurately represent the population. Yeah, that would be my law.
Black Republicans exist.
They do.
Okay. Nobody cares.
But my law would be I would make higher education free.
As it was in the past.
Bachelor's degrees, go ahead and go get that.
Master.
Over healthcare?
Huh? For healthcare.
No, he's saying you make education free as opposed to healthcare.
Oh, over. Yeah, universal healthcare is a good one too. I might go with that. Universal healthcare. Both. Universal healthcare and universal education.
But the question is one. If we can do two, I want to do another one. You had to pick just one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pick universal. Excuse me, universal education.
I ain't mad at it.
If you want universal healthcare so bad, Jared, you do it. You change your answer to that.
No, I changed my answer to something that would lead to universal healthcare and lead to free education. But yeah, I think that's kind of mean to pick that because everybody doesn't want college. So,
and that's fair. And you can go do something else with your life. But if college is free, why not?
That's true. Okay, guys. I think we reached the end of this shortened episode of Black Geek Energy. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Type in Black Geek Energy right now. Like there's nothing stopping you. You're on your phone. Your phone. If you're on your phone, go to TikTok, type in Black Geek Energy right now and hit follow. And then go on Twitter right this second, type in BGE_pod right this second. Cause you ain't doing nothing on your phone. You're not doing anything. So just go ahead and type it in. Then for all you iPhone users, go ahead and go to the podcast app, which you're already on. Like you're already using the app. And then on our page, scroll all the way down past all of our episodes. And then just type in a comment. Like it's simple. You can type in a comment. It's not gonna take you 20 seconds. Type in a comment, rate some stars, and then yeah, make us happy. Make us happy this one time. This one time, like do something good with your life. Like you're just sitting there, listen to a podcast, and what are you doing? Nothing. So all you're gonna do is take 20 seconds to follow us and to go comment at the bottom of our page. So yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to discuss? Our next episode is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. We're going to talk about why somebody sucks and who y'all all love. We're going to talk about why she sucks. But anything else you want to say?
Who sucks?
What is she sucking?
Is that it? Oh, Avatar.
Yeah, and so anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's it. Thank y'all for listening. Stay black, stay beautiful.
Stay geeky. Stay energized.
Stay geeky.
BGE out. All right, let's take a break to check in on our geeks. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? How's your heart? How's your mind? Now, y'all have asked us about mental health before and what our feelings are on mental health, and I say that your mental health is just as important as your physical health, your spiritual health, and your financial health, your fiscal health. And therapy, a lot of times, is a bridge to those other things. And so our sponsor, BetterHelp, is here to help us with that and help you with that. And I know a lot of y'all don't believe in therapy. Y'all ain't got time for it. You know, can't nobody tell you how you feel. But that's not what BetterHelp is here to do. What BetterHelp does is that they have licensed professionals that help you understand why you're feeling the way you do and are able to walk you through those feelings and help you get to a better place or just to reassure you of where you already are. I'm in therapy myself, and I can tell you that it's working for me. So, you know, why not give it a try? You can go to betterhelp.com/BGE pod. That's beta gamma epsilon pod for 10% off and get started with BetterHelp today.
Ooh. Yes, sir. The Witcher is out now, so I don't know if y'all watch The Witcher.
I've been watching that.
Season. I could not get through the second season.
For me, the second was better than the first. I think, yeah, because first was like, for me, if something is super slow, I got to keep going and coming back. So for me to get through for season one was kind of hard. Like, I just kept falling asleep because I always watch that shit laying down. But once I got through, I was like, okay, season two had a bit more tempo. This one so far, the third one, it's a bit more pace. Like, because I feel like everything was just building up to this point, I guess.
They say it opens up really sad.
Which one? This season?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not sad because it's The Witcher, so I'll say it's definitely a decent storyline. Witcher, the Geralt of Rivera, that motherfucker ain't got no emotions, but he's starting to show some of his emotions.
Yeah, he's starting to crack. They cracked him in the last season, man. He's starting to feel. Ever since he got that little girl.
Yeah. So
he is always do it to you.
Siri. I watch show so much. I hate when I can't remember folks' names. Yeah, so Siri and Yennefer both play on his heartstrings, and because Yennefer got that wop on them, so she know how to play him. Not play him, but she know how to
manipulate him.
You know what I'm saying?
Where are you going?
So Not just walking, pacing through the house. Nowhere.
Mm.
Just pacing through the house. Hold on, let me pull these questions up. Doo-doo. All righty. I'm gonna count us back in.
Please do.
All right, here we go. All right, 3, 2,